Hello everyone, welcome back to Roll. I am slowly sliding down the leaderboards with my E26 score. Down in the 70s at the moment, 72, E26. Is that what I said? Can't recall. But I would like to see if we can bump that up a bit, and we're going to try the only way I really know how without breaking the game entirely. And that's going to be with lotteries, but I'm thinking maybe we try and once again achieve the dizzying heights of a 25 die lotto setup. So to begin with, we're just going to start by building our regular scoring, and then from there we're going to have to try and build up a bunch of dice with 7/7 all the 7s, and then some whole roll multipliers, hopefully working in Yahtzees, so that we can then get those numbers increased by 500 or 1000%. Now this early, taking a 2x reroller feels like a lot of rolls to put in, but hopefully having it be there for so many rolls then to come will make it be more worthwhile. You'll find out very shortly when I've finished building at least 197, if not 2, but we'll be back in a moment. Alright, I'm going to opt for just 197 today. Now we are ready to upgrade our shop. Gets us to tier 2 after a refresh, of course. Then we're going to go straight up to tier 3. And then again, refresh. Now we want to pick up a 4x for our 97. Possibly should pick up the 6x double reroll first, because I think that will make it easier to get to the 4x value than the 4x value will make it to the 6x rerollers, but I'm sure it's much of a muchness really. But we'll put that on here, then pick one of these up. Stick that down there. And then the only other thing that we would specifically want on this tier of shop is to try and find some 50% chance at 100 lottery faces. We are going to need to get some extra dice as well, although I'm not sure how much we might try and achieve with lock and key this run. There's a good start. And we'll get some of those re-rolling and duplicate as well, because the plan is going to be to build one die with a bit of everything and then clone it, I think. It's been a long while since I studied just how to make a 25 die lottery work best. So I am kind of flying by the seat of my pants here, but we'll see how it goes. So we've got 2 of those. We should be able to find some lottery die faces. I'm actually going to stick others on the other die there. And yeah, we'll find some whole lottery dice to get some more of the 50% chance of the hundreds later on if we need it. But for now, I think we can then go up to the next tier of shop. And then this is where the bulk of our attempted shopping comes along. So there immediately is a lotto die. So we'll grab that. Quite expensive in terms of number of rolls. Then what we really want to see is a set all die faces to be the same, because we can use that then to set up our 97s in the center for scoring. We are also going to want to pick up some rights, I think, and some lefts. So I'm going to grab another regular die. Although what I might want to do is stick this over here and clone a bunch of that stuff as well. Honestly, I'm not super sure what our ideal cloned dice is going to look like for building stuff. try and avoid buying passives I don't necessarily need right now, because that is a trap I always fall into. There is a left sum though, so we'll grab that. And we'll put that on the same die, which seems counterintuitive, but that's for the purpose of cloning, not the purpose of scoring right now. But what I really do want is a set all die faces to be the same, please. There it is. So we'll stick that on our die with 97s to get our scoring going. We'll also pick up a die of all 77s. That's going to be important later. Then at this tier of shop, apart from some shop refresh adders that would be very nice to have, there's not too much more we need. I'll grab some more of these whilst they're being presented to us. They can join that die over there, because we don't need to necessarily clone huge amounts of those. But shop refresh adders is what I want right now. I'll grab a void while I'm looking at it. We want at least 3 of those. And I already feel like we're burning through too many rerolls to get to where we currently are. Let's get that middle scoring die rerolling in triplicate. Then we want 1 more void. There's a shop refresh adder. We want that. Use this die over here. Could have used the 1 through 6 at the top that has smaller numbers on it. That would have been probably better. And I'm going to grab some of these just to have around and about. Then just 1 more shop refresh adder. There's 2, good. And I'd like the shop refresh adder die to be rerolling in triplicate if possible, because obviously that's going to give us 3 times as many, or 3 times more, shop refreshes. Right, time to upgrade to our final tier of shop. And this is going to be where we start looking for locks and keys and a bunch of other stuff. We'll take a 10 times previous... Will we? Here's the problem. Previously, I had been thinking about the cost of stuff in the shop incorrectly. I thought that the cost of stuff in the shop directly related to how much your outstanding balance was before taking the next roll, where in fact I think it's actually how big was your earning potential from your largest roll. Shop prices are reflected as a percentage of that. So if we haven't done a massive roll, we won't have massive prices. So actually we are going to take the 10 times previous roll multiplier. It's going to be a bunch of rolls to get it, but that is going to get put over here to join the die that we want to clone a bunch of times. And what we'd like is a 7-7 all the 7s on that. And if we're going to clone it, we definitely want it being cloned re-rolling in triplicate. And then other stuff that we want to combine face multipliers. I don't know if we're really looking at the right time to pick this up for 100k. Not so bad. But 700k for a copy right now seems a bit excessive. So we'll painfully ignore that for a moment. We'll pick up a 10x for our other 97. one of our other 97s. Then we also want a bunch of 20% chance at a quarters. So we'll stick one of those on here, and then we want 7-7 all the 7s. But we have to find it first. Now there is a key which is going to be important. We don't have any way to really increase our scoring right now, but to grind out 700k is probably worthwhile. Let's take a 5 times previous roll multiplier, put it on here, and hope that that accelerates us to getting 750,000 a little bit faster. And then that, for now, can probably go on here because that's re-rolling in triplicate. Then, whilst we've got it, let's move this to here to be next to the key. Then, when we have a moment or an opportunity, we want to glue that key down. And we want a 7-7 all the 7s as urgently as possible. There's Passive Hunter for 1.3 mil. That is a lot of points and a lot of rolls. But it looks like things are scoring for us a little bit faster than they were previously, thanks to the 5x in the center. I should also remember that we picked up combined face multipliers, so we can start grinding out one of those to be a much bigger number. Universal rerolls for ×2 we will absolutely pick up. 2 million points. There's glue. We'll use that on our key. Then we want a 7-7 all the 7s. There's universal reroll and triplicate. I wish you had arrived 2 rolls ago. So we'll grab what we can for our scoring potential right here. Then pick this up for 5 million. We also probably really want lottery bonus for 800% as well. But then we're only going to be left with about 1,000 rolls, which might not be enough to do everything that we need to do. Especially if we can't find a single 7-7 all the 7s, because that's really what we need more than anything right now. Like, all this other stuff is fine, but it's not the stuff that we need, and I'm reluctant to start buying a bunch of it before we can start cloning. There's a rigged machine. We'll grab that. How expensive was this? 7 mil? I feel like this is going to be a colossal failure. 7.8 mil. It's always when I just go and check that it comes up, isn't it? Right, 7-7 all the 7s. Where are you? Thank you. So we can put one of these here. Then we need to lock it, which involves finding a lock, thank goodness. And now we need to get that copied a bunch of times. I should have thought about buying a copy straight off beforehand, but too late now. There's another 7/7 all the 7s. We'll pick one of those up. And that unlocked pretty quickly, actually. So now we want more locks. I don't think saving 24 million right now is the move. And then once we've got one that we're going to remain targeting for cloning, once we've got two others, we can start shifting stuff all together to make dice of matching things. But while we're looking at this, we can keep this one for cloning next to the key. Or scratch that. I want to move a dice. We're going to find the ability to do that. We need another one of you anyway. Give me that here. It's an ugly die, but it's fine. I also need more of these. But basically we need to pick dice to have everything on anyway. I want to move a whole die. Not just a die face. And a bunch of this other stuff I want, but like 8 million is very expensive. And to conglomerate stuff down the line, we need to be able to make more stuff. So if I swap these two now, we've got the key in the center, we can lock the two on the flanks if we can find some locks, which is going to be our next problem. Give me prime numbers, get 300% more. Give me some more multipliers on there. Then we're just never going to find a lock again, are we? There we go. I haven't done much with locks and keys, so I don't know how their spawn rate has changed compared to what once was. But with 780 rolls remaining, I don't know how the rest of this is going to shake out. We are also going to need a bunch more dice, not only because we're trying to get to 25 total, but we're going to need some dice to start moving and conglomerating stuff onto. So if we find some cheap standard dice, we'll pick those up. And then if we find any of the other stuff that we want, we can start building. So we've got all the 7s, we've got 10 times previous roll multipliers, we've got 50% chance at hundreds. Over here we can put 20% chance at a quarters. Then I don't need to glue anything. So these three can be our locks, or one's to lock, so we can start harvesting off of the others. Now in an ideal world we'd have at least 2 of these working in pairs, so that then we end up with dice of whole things together. But for now, I'm just going to work with what I've got, which I understand is not going to be ideally efficient, but hey, what are you going to do? We need to get this 50% chance at 100 next to the die of 77 as well. That's going to be important, so why not try and get that going now? So we'll put this here, next to that 77 on the next row up. Then still trying to avoid buying passives we don't need. We don't need any more voids on this die because we're going to have a 10x previous roll, a 50% chance at 100, and a 7/7 all the 7s. Of course, we can keep buying these to get that up to 99. Whether that's ideal or not, I'm not sure. Do we have a die taking... We do, it's those. 20% chance at a quarters over there. Give me a couple of these, because why not? Then something else to move, trying to avoid poaching off of these three. We can take the 7/7/7 or the 7s over to there. Should have been looking for locks this whole time. Still looking for locks. Shop refresh is getting very expensive. There's a chance at another key. There's a left sum we can pick up. We're going to need a die target to start building those all up on. So why not this one on the right over here? I think the problem I'm going to be faced with is ever getting enough movers to move every single face to every single die in the location that I want it to be. The other thing that I think I probably should have done is what was done previously in the strategy that I think I've forgotten about is rather than having a die with 6 different things on, it was something like 2 10x previous roll multipliers, 2 7/7 all the 7s, and 2 shop refresh adders. And then that creates more shop refresh adders, which creates more rerolls to hunt for all the stuff we need. So I'm probably doomed at this point, but we'll press on for now. So let's take the 20% chance at a quarter off of there. Give me reroll bonuses for 100%. We need to increase our scoring considerably. There go a few more locks. Try and resist the urge to buy every single passive we find. That goes on there. There's a chance, even if we don't get kind of the perfect 25 die lottery build going, we could still get a reasonable one before this is all over. There's of course still some valuable passives we're missing, like slot machine. That's important. 350 million. Not too bad. Non-standard multipliers for 1 billion is one of the things that we're going to need. So we'll grab it while we're looking at it. another lock. Then we just need a whole load of these for now. But with how many rerolls they're costing us, I don't think this is going to end terribly well. Of course, picking up anything else we can find along the way to get the build we need. What we need in passives is Rigged Machine and Lucky Sevens, neither of which we've seen yet. But there's a die of all 7/7, all the 7s. Do we have one collating this direction of arrow yet? Looks like no, we've got a right arrow here, or left, facing left, this is facing right. We might as well use this to our advantage. Another key. Do we need more 10x previous rolls? We do not really. $3.8 billion for a copy of something seems like it's probably too expensive for us right now. So this we don't actually need on there anymore. A die of wilds would have also been nice. Also, as ever, keep completely forgetting to look out for locks, which I'm sure we're probably going to need way more of. How many dice are we even up to? That's a great question. 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we want 7 more. Speaking of locks, of course we're working up to a 5x5 grid, aren't we? Well, we unlock pretty efficiently, which is nice. Let's swap positions and put this die of arrows facing that way over here. And again, we can keep looking for multipliers to get this up to 99x. But until we get everything else going, it's not the highest priority. Do we have a die of right arrows being populated? It's this guy here. So we probably want to move that up. To there. Then we want to move the other lottery face across. Another lock. So there's a lot of stuff that I would do again when trying this once more. What do we most benefit from? We need this to be all those. That's very important for Rigged Machine when it comes off later. $400 rolls remaining. Double highest die is of course an incredible passive. Give me one of those, we'll finish that off. This arrow is facing the wrong way, so that's daft. 2 billion for double your highest die. It's like 50 rolls. Probably wasn't worth doing right then. 20% chance at a quarters, go there. Give me 10x more. Stick that on there. I never even thought about what to do with wilds. A couple of dice of wilds would have been good. Because we could get wild adjacency 10 times bonus. So something else to move. We've got youthful, youthful, youthful. Let's put you over there. And then we can finish populating that side. Now, the 20% chance at a quarter qualify as total roll multipliers, so this die wouldn't benefit from being within the arrows specifically. So what I might do is move the die of 50% to here. They're still next to a 77, but then they qualify for slot machine bonuses. Give me top 3. Give me 50% die. If we can increase the number of die we have, we'll do that. Another review finishes that die off. Shop refresh adder. It's probably a bit late to be benefiting from that in any major way, unfortunately. Still don't know how I should use exclusive multipliers best. I'll take another 10x previous roll multiplier just to put it on here where it's needed. 100 dice bonus, 300% we also want. If we can increase the number of how our dice appear. Apparently we got a very large payout recently, which is only slightly terrifying. As ever, I've not been paying enough attention for locks. That's at 99 now. There's all quantities of die times 5. We definitely want to pick that up. We still don't have rigged machine or lucky. There's wild adjacency. We're not going to be making use of that today. Alright, with 300 rolls left, we'll start just trying to cram passives now. So give me right-facing arrows onto here. And more of them. No weights plus 100, sure. Yahtzees. Lucky rerolls. We haven't even seen a single BOGO. E18 was unexpected. We haven't seen a single BOGO yet. Add a copy of a die when it's so cheap. We absolutely will. Now, what I really should have also considered doing is manipulating these 3 die to be more efficient when copying next to the key. Because what I wanted to do was build a Yahtzee of various things. And if I'd have put the 1 die of all the 7s here and then just cloned it, I wouldn't have had to do nearly so much moving back and forth between multiple dice. So give me a clone of 7, 7, all the 7s. We need 4 more dice to get to square bonuses. There's all in. When lottery faces in a roll or a failure, lose all banked points. What we don't have is lucky 7s yet. Which is a shame, because we can't really take all in till we have lucky 7s. That's a problem. So the rest of everything else is stuff that we want, but not the things that's going to pop off a score before the last 300 rolls go by. Give me that up to here. If we can't get a Yahtzee of them, we can at least try and get a triple. Runs, of course, no good to me. Can we get to E18 quickly? Relatively. So give me another copy of this. Still looking for lucky 7s. There it is. So now we need rigged machine. There it is. Oh, sorry, all in. Yes, that's what we meant. We have rigged machine already. That's this. We have slot machine, which is that. So now we can take all in. If we can get lucky. Then give me a single set of a kind. Why not? Then we need to just move some things. Triples bonus, we absolutely want. So we don't need to move a whole die face, I just need to move a couple of faces. I said I just need to move a couple of faces. But game, you are going to deny me that, aren't you? Right. So I need a 50% chance at 100 here. One down. No 99's 100% more. I'll absolutely pick that up. No 99's 200% more. I'll grab that as well. We didn't ever get to a Yahtzee of all the 7s, did we? 1, 2, 3, 4. We're nearly there. One more good copy. We could get it. So let's go all in on Yahtzees. There's also a lot of other dice that could provide the 5th or the 7s around and about. Reroll bonus for 50% more. Sure. E23. I just need one more move of face. There it is. So now I can move one of my spare all the 7s onto here. Now that's going to start paying off in a very big way. And we basically can just spend whatever's left on trying to give us a bit of extra score just about anywhere. We would like to get to square numbers. I don't suppose I can move a whole die. I can't. So stick a lock on here. So that's going to produce one more, which is that. We need 2 more dice after that. So give me that and that. When this lock pops, it will make one more. That will be 25 dice for a square dice bonus. Single set of a kind. We're only ever going to get one Yahtzee. Add previous rolls to rolls. Absolutely. I think my previous high score was E26, so we've gotten larger than that with this monstrosity of a lottery run. I don't really want to spend my money on rerolls, but we can still get free ones. We're waiting for you to pop. And is there anything else we'd rather have working in doubles or triples? We might as well move one more right-facing arrow to here. Don't need any of this. There's a square number of dice. There's E30. Did we get bonuses? Yeah, there's bonus for 100 dice. And there's 5 times quantity of dice. So we did get those. We're not going to get to 1,000 die bonus because 25 times 5 is only 225. 250, 125, yeah. Not 225, 125. So unless there's any really good passives we can find in the last little bit of rolling here, they would need to be so good to warrant spending our high score value of points to try and generate even more score in the last 20 rolls, which is not going to happen. We did get up to E31 though. Not going to buy any of that with 4 rolls to go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, that was nowhere near as clean an execution as I would have liked, but I did do a lot of things wrong. But my high score has jumped from E26 to E31, and I'm very happy about that. If we see where we are on the leaderboard. '29th. So, doing good work there. Very happy about that. Only LSY here on the E31 bracket with me. See if you find yourself. There's Header. I think I recognize you from the Discord, as well as a lot of the people who have done hard work. There's Ligil. There's Header again. Waifubu. Lots of good names. Right. That is going to be all for me today. Thank you guys ever so much for watching. If you have any questions or comments, you can put them down below. Otherwise, I will see you in the next one. Cheers.